Morning, guys. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you guys coming out. Let's get it started.
Fernando, you're expected to be the number one pick for the Las Vegas Raiders in a few months. Can you detail your interactions with the organization so far?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have a formal interview with the Las Vegas Raiders. We went over some of my previous plays, drew some plays on the board. Thought it was a great meeting, and I know they had the prospective number one pick, but anything could happen in the draft, and I'm just excited for the opportunity, and whatever team drafts me, I'm going to give everything I got to them. I would say the consistency, from posting from freshman year back at Cal to posting with all the madness with the national championship run. It's all about consistency. So the true followers who've been there from day one have seen the true career updates.
Fernando, don't go number one overall. What would you say to the team that passed on you?
Nothing. There's so many great players in this class. I mean, we saw the Ohio State guys run yesterday. There's plenty of Indiana guys who are great in the draft as well. And I'm just honored to be a part of the group. There'll be no hard feelings. There's so many things the organizations and business they got to do for themselves, and I'm just trying to be the best me possible. And whatever team drafts me, I'm grateful, whether it's the number one pick or whether it's 199th pick.
I talked to Riley yesterday about the spot.
Riley.
In the spring to get to know guys, to give them your preferences. What's your thought process on how you establish that part of the season to build your passion?
Yeah, chemistry is everything. And throughout the season, we were able to build better chemistry from game 1 all the way to game 16. I think it was really shown by the back shoulder balls. We had so many great catchers and great receivers, whether it's tight ends, running backs, or receivers. And most of the balls that we threw, especially in the latter half of the season, were on time, they were accurate, they were with good anticipation, and the receivers all made great catches with strong hands and had great yak as well. So I think that preparation from day one in spring, it's always a continuous process, and looking forward to working with my new teammates. It's just what the defense presents itself, and that was something that on the scouting report said, hey, we could back shoulder throw. But whatever throws needed to make, I will do my best.
Fernando, I know that you're willing. Winning the Natty.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
I said, can you just talk about the season that you had this year, winning the Natty, winning the Oz, basically a perfect season. Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, it was a great blessing. I can't thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ enough for this. It was such a blessing, and to be able to do it with, all the accolades and awards are great, but to be able to do it with such a great group of guys, and also being able to do it the way that we did it was special and something I'll never forget. I believe with an NFL franchise, to lead it, you need equity, and then you need two things to build equity. You need one, to play well, and that's where all my focus goes into: football, football, football. If you want to lead, you first got to play well, and then second, it's having the respect of your teammates through work ethic, through your leadership, through your tenacity, the way you respond to mistakes, and so those are all things I'm looking to work on.
Fernando, I know that you have said about Tom Brady and your respect and admiration for him.
Yeah.
When you consider the possibility of being mentored by him and the Raiders pick you, what would that mean to you just at a personal level?
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't admired Tom Brady? The guy has, more Super Bowl rings than anybody. So that opportunity would be fantastic. Tom Brady, I believe, is the greatest quarterback of all time by a wide margin, and to be able to have the opportunity to be mentored by him would mean so much, and especially to learn, and I'm all about learning. So from day one, I got to learn a lot, and it's going to be a long journey, and to potentially have a mentor like that would be pretty impressive and pretty meaningful. Yeah, I heard they were there after the game, and it's great to see, from day one, then all the way to the national championship, more scouts showing up for my teammates, for me, for just everybody in the Indiana organization. And I think it just really signifies how we're able to turn that program around with the great guidance and leadership of Coach Signetti. And like I said, I'm excited that all the scouts are there, because it gives my teammates a great chance to play at the next level, which is all of our dreams, and a great opportunity. Yeah, when I walked into the formal interview for the Raiders, I was able to say a brief hi on the phone to Brady, and so that was very special to me. And look forward to meet him in person hopefully one day and learning from him.
Fernando, at what point?
So I'm trying to go someone who hasn't asked yet.
Fernando, at what
Yeah. Yeah, it's been hectic, but it's also been a blessing. A lot of our teammates were joking that we play the Natty January 19th and January 20th. Everybody, or 23rd, we got 3 days of like celebrating with a parade, and then it was all off to training. Everybody was going to Miami, Phoenix, LA, Chicago to go train, and that process of being dispersed so quick shows why you need to be so enabled in the present moment and how much it matters to be in the present moment and how much you got to really enjoy the good times while it lasts. And it's just a great opportunity. And from the beginning of the year to all the way now, to all the teammates being able to be at the combine and be able to compete, it's great. Yeah, I would say I've played a lot of college football, started 3 seasons, which has been a great experience. In my first 2 years, out of probably the 18 games I played, I don't know the exact numbers, so don't quote me on that. A lot of them were one-score games. I had a lot of tough defeats, whether it was 49-50 to USC and Caleb Williams 2 years ago, whether it was 38-39 to Cam Moore and the Miami Hurricanes the past year. I believe a lot of that experience of failing and coming up so short has helped me in this new run with Indiana, wherever we've gotten behind and dug ourselves in the hole with Penn State, with Oregon, with Iowa, and be able to learn from those failures and make those into successes, and then be able to help my teammates. I know. I mean, the body control he has is crazy, and I know people compare him to Deebo Samuel, and I believe Omar's a receiver, by far more than a running back. But that's what I see. It's like a prime Deebo Samuel and obviously Deebo's a great player, so the upside in that aspect. And he has great body control, great hands. He can really play any position on the field, and have him as a receiver that can, be a gadget guy, also take it deep, and also have great routes and hands, especially as a quarterback. And he helped make me this year. So really, just shout out to him. He's also a great teammate. He's also a great teammate as well. Yeah. I remember it was a football hotbed game. I believe it was in 8th grade. And Ruben Bain, Wesley, the Saint was there too. And we were there visiting Georgia Tech, visiting Georgia State. And it just shows that, it was homegrown. And funny enough, Ruben Bain and I we were working out because his cousin Rashad Quinn was a running back for Christopher Columbus High School. And so he would always work out on the field. I'd be throwing routes down to the Columbus guys, and he'd be on the other side of the field, hitting the bags. And it's like, one day that guy's going to be a beast. And little known enough, 1 month ago, he sacked me in the national championship. So.
Your spirit has come back on your football career going back to when you started as a child. What made you most fall in love with the game?
Wow, that's a great question. As a child, you kind of get thrown into the fire. You get thrown into all these different sports. But I believe the thing that made football so special to me was the strategy of the game, the way that you really had to combine with your teammates for a positive result. Football is not a one-man game. In tackle football, it's an 11-man game. At that point, I was playing flag football, which is like a 5-man game. And at that point, combine with the strategy, because if you're not the smartest, you can still outwill your way in physical. If you're not the fastest, you can always be smart and and have good instincts. And there's just so many different angles that you can be successful in, and I just love the variety in that. If you see all the NFL superstars, there's no cookie cutter mold that you need to be.
Somebody and I.
Everyone picking one from a unbeaten national championship team, and then probably the team with the worst record. What catch you out is going to be like for you?
Well, no, the pick has not been selected yet, and whatever team drafts me, I'm extremely grateful. Like I said, whether it's number 1 pick or whether it's last pick in the draft, I'd be blessed and honored to be drafted by any team and give them my all. The possibility, we see how the NFL turns around so much. NFL, the margins are so small. There's so many games decided by so few points, and the difference between, a losing record and a winning record is a couple of drives, is a couple of key plays. And so whatever team I'm on, I'm just going to take that advice and take the coaching from the coaching staff, and however I can best serve my teammates on that team, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, I would say that they're very football savvy. They're very football savvy, which is great to see. They taught me a play, and they had their whole progression of how they teach the quarterbacks to play. And it was very similar how my Indiana progression was. I'm a very type A guy, and they had all the details of each play, what to do if you get a problem with each play, what's drop, what's your progression, and that's something that I really enjoy. It's great, yeah. I can't thank the city of Indianapolis and the whole state of Indiana enough for the fantastic year, and to be able to spend it with those legends was a remarkable night. Be able to learn from Peyton, learn from Eli, learn from Daniel. You know, I'm the young pup in that group, so to be able to take that knowledge and some nuggets from them and hopefully apply to my game, whether it's this off-season training or the rookie season, I'm really fortunate for it. Yeah, Omar Cooper Jr. and Elias Surratt, those are two guys that made this year special, and they were a huge part of me committing to Indiana, having such an elite receiver core. I believe those guys deserve more love. Elijah and Omar are two of the best receivers in the nation. Obviously, this receiver class is stacked, so there's so many great receivers, but I've been so fortunate enough and lucky enough to build equity with those guys and chemistry and be able to throw those guys all season. And to see the production, I think, was something crazy. I think Omar had 13 touchdowns and Elijah had 15. It's a crazy stat line right there, and be able to have the success, grow and learn with them has been special. Those, no matter what happens, hopefully, you know, I'll end up with them with an NFL team one day. But you know, I'm very fortunate, and those are my brothers for life. Well, right now I'm unemployed. I have no job, so this is my job interview right now. And like everyone says, it's the most important job interview of your life. So right now I'm just trying to do everything to hopefully get employed in April 23rd. I would say because the margins are so small, and if you really obsess over the small details, it gives you the small edge, and then you're able to jump, and you're able to improve, and able to get better than the competition, especially when you're talking about like nutrition, for example, or your discipline. And if you're disciplined and you really stay consistent, then you're going to be able to rise to the rankings. And I think that's something that I really prided myself on, whether it's at Cal, whether it's at Indiana, you can't really listen to social media, but all like the national quarterback rankings. Like, I think I was like the 134th quarterback, or like coming out of my own class in high school. And so I was raw. I mean, that was a true ranking. Like, I was a raw prospect. I was terrible. And, and so it's all about small wins every day and all about discipline. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Chan Whitmer, he's my guy. He helped me so much, and I can't thank him enough. I'm really looking forward to seeing him coaching the Bucks. He's a great coach and a great mentor to me. Thank you guys so much. God bless. Have a good one.